Yeah, we're
Ken?
good. Hafaday, welcome to Laddie Esports. You are watching the League of Legends Varsity Series. It is week 3. 3 out of 8 weeks. So we're almost halfway through the season. And we got a couple good games for you today. We have a recreational game between GGU and Collab Koalas, followed by a educational game between the Father Duenas Flakers and Team Leonautics from Mariana's High School. My name is Ken. I'm joined by ArcPulse and Administrator. Guys, how you doing?
Good morning, everybody. I'm doing just fine. Our Pulse, how are you?
Also fine. Kind of just woke up about like an hour ago, so we kicking it. We living, we chilling, we trying to get there.
We gotta make it happen. Shout out to the people who jumped in early in the chat. We got our boy Worley, the Valorant master. We got Twitching Cyrus and Tofu Maya, my favorite power couple, my nerdy gaming power couple. I love you guys. And everyone else in here, we're gonna have a good day of League of Legends. But before we do any of that, shout out to our sponsors: Guam Windward Memorial, Heavy Hitters, Monster Energy. Without them, none of this would be possible. As well as Goodwood Custom Wood Shop, and Coffee Slut, and of course the GDOE and University of Guam for helping support the growth of esports with events catered towards the educational institution. So with that all squared away, I think we're going to get right into game 1, which is between Collab Koalas and GGU.
Well, yeah, this is gonna be quite an interesting match to see.
I'm just telling them they can begin when they're ready. So. And like I said, you see the schedule up on the screen right now. We got Leonautics versus FD Flakers following this match, and then on the UOG Triton Esports channel, you'll get to catch them versus Aimless Uprising, and that should be a good game because Aimless Uprising was a pretty impressive team. I think we're still waiting for a couple of people on GGU to pop in or to claim that they're ready. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that game, and I'm actually looking forward to the 10:30 game between Leonautics and Flakers because we haven't seen Mariana's High School play yet, but we've seen FD play, and they're pretty dope. They're pretty good.
Yeah, strong team.
Yeah, FD Flakers has shown up, and they can come out and probably take the educational side. But Aimless Uprising, hopefully they reviewed the VODs and maybe improved their macro awareness. But because honestly, their team fight is really good, and I think that's all they. And there's also some fundamentals that they need to improve on. But overall, they are a team to be reckoned with for sure, and not to be taken lightly.
Indeed.
See a Thresh ban early. Interesting thing right here on GGU, one of their players had some kind of emergency today, so they had to pull a last-minute sub, and they got Drexstar, who was from another team, and he's actually a really, really strong player as well. So
You're scared.
we'll see
Drex
how they
is
have that synergy if they can play together well.
Yeah, Drex is one of the most feared hook champion players on Guam, as far as I know. So the Thresh ban is definitely for Drex. It's good to see Drex gets banned out even in these tournament games, not just our custom games.
Yeah, and I'm also liking the fact that they banned the Yumi Hecarim combo. Always that sort of dive comp is just really annoying to deal with, and and Pumpkins and Subliminal did play that last time. Did they play that last time? I feel like they played it on the scrim.
They
No, they
did.
played Trundle.
They played it on a scrim.
Right, they
So-
played it on the scrim, so it was streamed on UOG. So if I believe if GGU was paying attention and doing their homework, that was something that they probably picked up from there, and they just didn't want to deal with it, which is, I think, it's a good choice.
I believe you're right. They're definitely keeping an eye on the picks that Collab Koalas have been going for and practicing. It's really easy to look up match history, and I'm sure these people have done their homework, checked out everyone's comps, and are banning accordingly. So first pick, Leona, off sub, Subliminal. That's a very strong pick. With the new item changes, I think enchantresses are pretty strong. Janna, Lulu, Soraka, and the sort, but it's really hard now for supports to get to their end game fantasy, quote unquote, that was once really easy to get to in season 10 and made supports really overpowered. We had it good for like 3 years, guys, but supports are finally basically just ward bots again, and we don't get to get the items we used to. So bot lane is really, really weak once more. But utility champions like Jhin and Ashe are really strong in the bot lane, and I guess you could throw the tanks in there, but their builds are pretty expensive. So we're gonna probably see some Frostfire gauntlets and the new Aegis Sunfire in the bot lane, built on Nautilus and Leona. So they're just gonna aim to get beefy and get in the way.
Right, and also if you look at the side of collab koalas, they're also going for the wombo combo, going with the Amumu pick. Like you said, I mean, all of the picks they've chosen so far all can combo into each other. Leona ultimate along with Amumu's ultimate, and last but not least, Misfortune. You know, a huge CC lockdown, CC chain that they can possibly do, and then just shred the entire team. So something to be definitely wary about when it comes to collab koalas.
I love the Amumu pick. I'm glad to see it. He's changed, right? Like his ultimate stuns now as well.
That's correct.
That is
Amumu's
correct.
ultimate now stuns instead of snares,
Godlike.
which is like a completely unnecessary change in my opinion. But I guess for clarity's sake, yeah, they made it a stun. It's odd that they would put Punkins, who's one of the more mechanical players on their team, on such a linear champion. But I respect it, and I guess they're gonna work more on, like Arcball said, wombo combo than individual mechanical play this time around. As we also see GGU going for a pretty heavy lockdown comp with the Zac Nautilus.
Speaking of Ponkins, he did exceptional in the first game that Collab Koalas had, getting 8 kills, 12 assists, and only 1 death. That Trundle game, we saw that highlight a few weeks ago.
The one thing that's going to be really interesting to see is, you know, we do know Ponkins is a very aggressive type of jungler, aggressive type of player. So he may not necessarily opt for the tank build depending on how he feels. I don't know what kind of player he technically is in terms of, like, you know, what he feels would benefit the team. But, you know, I feel like when he has a commanding lead, it may lead him to just going for more aggressive type builds. So obviously it's solo queue where you do see some builds on Amumu going for like Dark Harvest, going for Electrocute. So I want to see if Ponkins may go that route, and not so that he can at least like burst people, right? He doesn't necessarily need to go for the tank build per se.
Oh, the hand grenade Amumu build. Is that what you're talking about? The full AP
Yeah.
explosion Amumu?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean,
correct.
with the new items, damage is like super overloaded. Everyone has damage, everyone hurts. So we see them, like, at least my friends and I, when we did some testing, we realized that having 3 beefy boys like GGU has right here with the lineup Nautilus, Zac, and Sion, you have 3 beef boys in the front line. They just refuse to die the entire fight, and because damage is so inflated, tanks also hurt. So it looks like both teams are going for like a little bit of a different philosophy, whereas, you know, the Jace top pick is going for a little bit more of a poke lane, more aggressive, more damage, and GGU is going more of a like the healthy comp where they got 3 really strong linebackers and they got Jhin and Syndra in the back line, and they're going to be protecting them and playing around them. Nautilus and Zac also really good for peel and engage. So we'll just have to see who has the better team comp here and who has a better understanding of the new items as we get into our first game of Season 11 for Lad Esports Varsity League.
As that happens, we'll take a look at the standings here. you can see that Kalai Koala is doing pretty well. They've only played one match so far. They're undefeated, and GGU splitting a couple of their matches. So this is an important game for both players. And I think one of the other important matchups to kind of look out for is what happens in the mid lane between Aurora and Gakken. Both of these players played relatively exceptional in their first outing or in their last game. We'll see how they control the pace of the game. And Syndra is a pretty common mid pick.
Yes. Yeah, she's a pretty common control mage, and that's the whole purpose, right? To be able to control the opponent, control a lot of the fights around her, whether it be just dueling, which she technically would not like to do. She would just be going for the poke, and eventually going for her full combo to blow up individuals. However, you also have you have Fizz on Aurora, who is quite interesting to see because he is an assassin. Also does have a combo where he can blow up the opposing team as well, or at least one opposing individual, typically the squishies, right, which he would be preferring. So it's gonna be a sight to see because Fizz has a lot more versatility and has ways to dodge the Syndra ultimates or even a lot of Syndra's abilities. So I think it's also more so on how he's going to play that against Syndra.
Sweet. And as we take a look on the screen, see the Kalai Koala lineup: Subliminal, Tiff, Ponkins, Aurora, and Aim 4. So they are going to be going up against the GGU squad, consisting of Gakken, Klai, King Nova, Zariax, and Kimochi's not here today, so I think they have a direct star. 7 in. So should be starting that relatively soon. But hey, let's check out some highlights from last week.
Oh, from the guy who got disqualified, or the team that got disqualified.
Just,
Winner Q with the one shot.
Gosh, man. Let's reminisce about the good days of
Reminisce about those times. That's it.
Oh, this is Duluk. Able to take out Chaeyoung because he got a little too cocky. Good use of vision there.
Kaboom.
T-Rex just going so ham this game. Just on it.
Yeah.
Yep. Just completely destroying the enemy team. So definitely was a sight to see. Rest in peace. Will forever be remembered. Not really, but
We'll see.
good job.
The players, the good thing is they'll be able to sub in for other teams to help compensate for when we have lulls or some difficulties with scheduling. So it'll work out.
Right. There is still opportunities to see these individual players come out and play.
Oh man, Pumpkin Prince Amumu, they have this skin? That's amazing. Oh, okay, we're getting into the game.
Yep, there it
Yes,
is.
we are.
We're about to get started. So it looks like it looks like Pumpkins is going to be playing for the team. Not really going for the grenade build as we mentioned or as I've talked about. So I mean I feel like he is a team player, so good on him to not necessarily greed for that. However, it doesn't, even though he is only on Aftershock, I think that if he still gets fed enough, it doesn't matter. He can still build. He can still go for a very aggressive build.
Yeah, I was about to mention, you can just go AP on move regardless, even with Aftershock. He doesn't need the additional damage rune, but the Aftershock will make him a bit tankier, which would make him, give him a little bit more staying power when he does use the hand grenade build and just blow everybody up. So we'll just have to see what his item pathing will be. Standard 5-point defense from both teams, playing real safe, making sure no shenanigans are going on. Very quiet early game, no invades. Drexstar getting a little impatient, walking through the river, kind of giving away his jungler's positioning by doing so, but I respect it. Alright. So it looks like both junglers will be receiving a leash from their bot lanes.
Yeah.
Alright, Arcballs, who do you think's gonna win this matchup?
Well, you know, as a new member of the Church of Godkins, right? You know, I do wanna place. I don't want to place too much bias on collab koalas, because one, I do want to see how GGU is gonna be reacting, especially with somebody like Drex, right, who's on the other side, like as a sub, because it can really. I like to say it changes up the dynamic of the team and how they play, and I think it's more so on how they're going to be able to react to that. So we're just gonna have to wait and see on who's gonna be able to do it. Obviously, Church of Godkins, right? My personal pick, but GGU can prove me wrong and come back.
I'd like to see how GGU works with a completely new player that's like plugged in. It's definitely gonna throw a wrench in their built teamwork, but and Aurora flashing a mid, forcing a flash from Gakon in mid. Good start for him.
Yeah,
Looking
Aurora's such a
pretty
great
strong.
player, you know. He's like we mentioned before, like such a versatile guy. Plays Smash, plays Valorant, you know, and also plays League of Legends, and he's showing the skill in all games. So
Yeah.
definitely
Jack
liking
of all
what I'm seeing right
trades.
now.
Yeah, he was actually formerly our AD carry player back when I used to play tournament. And looks like this time around
something in-
he's in the mid roll. Yep.
Looks
bit of a
like
fight.
something in the jungle. It looks like a little bit of a fight, and it's gonna be proccing the Zac passive. A little bit aggressive on Cly over there. Gonna be actually utilizing the TP to try and save him, but Ponkins.
That's just gonna lead to 2 kills.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't really matter.
Yeah, both the mid laner and the jungler forced to use his flash. Cly was forced to use his flash, and Gakon, who used his flash earlier, just used his teleport to try to save Cly there when he got caught out. That's gonna
Right.
cost them quite a lot, because now Amumu's gonna be able to double crab here.
Yeah. And the thing that is so interesting.
And in
Oh,
the ball
and it
lane,
looks like
right
the
off
bot
the lane, I
lane.
can't even breathe. Subliminal going in. Good trade onto King Nova there. King Nova still has both summoners available. Okay, GGU. Still shaking off the early morning rust maybe. Well, I'm sure they'll activate soon, but bit of a rough start.
Yeah, the one thing I wanted to like just comment on was, you know, Ponkins, you know, knowing his fundamentals and being and timing it correctly, timing the stunt, like his Q correctly, when Zac is about to spawn back up, definitely helps solidify the double kill, because otherwise, you know, some players do mess up on those timings. He probably would have been able to get out with Zac's E if he didn't get locked down that way.
Yeah, GGU, I think it stands for God Guide Us. People in the chat are asking. I believe that's what it stands for. I'm not sure.
Right, it looks like there's a gank in the bot lane. Subliminal getting caught out. He still has summoners, so but he's gonna be
force the
using
flash.
Oh, forcing the flash, but Drex is actually gonna be going in, getting that flashing. Also the heal and the ignite going off.
Okay.
But, oh, King Nova being able to get it, but the turret shot. Ooh, living with what? I mean, just a few HP.
3 HP. 3 HP. King Nova
Ooh.
just got away with that with 3 HP. He
Yeah,
used
not
both
even-
his cleanse and his flash to get that. Drex also using both sums. But
Not-
they're able to recover from that early game deficit, at least a little bit there. Respectable gameplay. Zac instantly ganking bot, forcing the flash from sub. It's looking pretty, and a heal from Tiffany. So it's looking
Not
pretty
even
good.
close, baby. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty interesting to see. Tonkins, he just walking through the mid lane. It looked like Aurora wanted to get his ultimate off, but fortunately it was a little bit too short. Gakon was a little bit too far away, and then Ponkin's just gonna roam towards the top side, probably scouting out through the jungler, which he does find. He does find Cly on his Krugs. However, not gonna be doing anything about that. Just gonna use the Blast Cone to get away, and probably camp for Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, real quick, I wanted to mention items here. Looks like Jin's purchased the Noon Quiver. Which, you know, I don't really completely remember what everything goes into, but I want to know if he's going for the Immortal Shield Bow, which is my preferred mythic item. It saves you a lot from bursts here, so I think that'd be a really good buy for Jin. But the Collector Rush on Jin has been I've been talking with the head coach of UOG, and we both believe as bot lane mains that Collector first on Jin is the move, because he gets extra execute damage on top of his already insane execute from his fourth shot.
That's actually insane.
Yeah.
As a Jin enthusiast, I've been playing with lethality Jin as of recent, and that's been really fun for me.
Ooh, Subliminal. Sorry to cut you off. Subliminal catching out King Nova here. Small trade, okay. I thought it was gonna be a little more hardcore than that, unfortunately.
Tis but a flesh wound. Tis but a flesh wound.
It's a little high five to the face with Leona's shield.
Right, and I think that it's the one thing that's gonna be quite interesting. I think it didn't really result in a kill. I mean, they don't have their ultimates up just yet, so they did have exhaust available, but I don't think it would have been enough to kill King Nova.
Yeah, the lane positioning of Tiffany was a bit too far to follow up as well, so not all the sunlight procs are proc. Meanwhile,
but it looks like in the mid lane, Gakon getting collapsed, getting bopped right then and there.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's the ultimate off by Tiffany. Tiffany gonna be slaying King Nova. Unfortunately, didn't get out, and also Subliminal with the with his ultimate also taking away Drex. Oof.
Yeah, in the mid lane, Gakon had flash that time around, I believe, so maybe a little bit of misplay there, or maybe the play happened too fast for him to react to, but yeah, he went down pretty quick. The tempo is definitely being swept into the collab Koala's favor. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Aim4 looking to get his first kill of the game.
Poking him out. I don't know why Zeriax is just taking it. He's like not really doing much.
I mean, Jace is just so slippery. He put the gate out in front of him too, so he played that really well mechanically. And Zeriax went for the double meatball, the two ruby crystals, so he's got no armor to protect him from the molestation of Jace.
Right, and Clyde getting a little bit too frisky here, fighting Tonkins, who's 2 levels above him, and along with Aim4.
Force too low, he's going down.
That's the one, and Ponkins, he's still. He does have his smite if he is.
He's gonna 1v2.
Use it. Yep, he's gonna 1v2. Wait.
Okay.
Gonna breathe.
Another contestant.
And
God
he doesn't have anything to get away.
Stick to
he's gonna.
The shield will kill him. Yeah, there it is.
Kaboom!
Soul Furnace coming in clutch there. A little bit of extra range. Funkins got away with that. It would have been getting away with murder, quite literally. So. And we do see Punkins picking up for Punkins and Aurora picking up their mythic items, as well as Aim4 going for the Eclipse. Oh, bot lane's fighting. Man, I can't catch my breath here, man. I just want to talk about the new stuff. It's lots of fighting. Aurora roaming down the bot lane from mid. He did get seen on the Scuttle Crab, so it looks like Drexstar and King Nova are going to be playing a little bit more defensively here. Aim4 is okay in the top lane. Zach positioning in the bot lane. Kyle, Cly, yeah.
So
yeah, it looks like they're not looking for anything, but
right now
Aim4 going very aggressive.
going in, knowing that he has the damage to do so. May be able to pick up a kill, but Zeriax also gets the level up. He's gonna be walking away, but that's a lot of health that's gone from him. Take this time to back.
Yeah, with the teleport down, that might hurt him a little bit, as the wave is going to be crashing into his tower. Amumu, meanwhile, Punkins in the dragon pit, soloing the dragon, while Cly might see this. No, he won't. just sees him take it. Punkin's flashing the Rise, aka the Church of Godkin salute on his way out. And back to what I was saying, hopefully there's no fight, but top lane, Aim 4 has picked up the Eclipse, which is seriously overpowered as of yesterday. They hot fixed it. It's like a phase rush and a Phantom Dagger, and as I say, that Subliminal's going in with his ultimate.
Right, and
Tiffany also dropping hers. Aurora coming from the back, gonna be diving the tower, no problem, picking up the kill. Death charge by Drex here. But here comes Aim 4 with a teleport. Subliminal diving up the tower, he's too low, he's going down. Drexstar going down.
Gakon also getting blown up by Aim 4, and the whole team of Ponkins, and friends are here. Yes, I know collab koalas, but damn, everybody came to show up in the bot lane today.
Yeah, absolutely. Fiesta of a team fight at bot. Everyone was invited. All the ultimates were dropped. Actually, Pumpkin still has his Curse of the Sad Mummy up. But good effort there, but dang. Collab koalas have been in the lab and they have been working.
Yeah, the one thing I can comment on that, the one thing I really like about the collab koalas is just that they just respond so well to their teammates. Like their rotations are so clean that you can really see how quickly they respond, right? Whenever they can anticipate fights breaking out, or even when it comes to ganks, they already know. Like once Ponkins is in the area, they already know, or they're probably in comm saying, hey, you should start going in at this time.
Yeah, and the ward control is really good right now too. For the bot lane, Subliminal has been setting up really good wards, protecting them from Zac ganks a little bit over the wall of the tri-bush, so they can see Zac try to leap in. Drex just ignoring the Leona, as you do, as a tank.
Right, there's nothing much that you can do, but it looks like Gakon getting hit by the...
Oh,
wait a second!
He's dead!
Is he?
Unless he's not dead.
No,
Wow.
he still has flash available. So...
Yeah, he's got playful tricks here too. He just gets up. Man, this guy gets away with too much. Someone stop this man's. He missed his rocket belt damage, and that damage would have definitely taken down Gakon there, but...
Oh,
dang.
and it looks like Ponkin's getting caught out. Is he going to be living like the last time where we saw him, but against those two
Is he
members,
getting caught out? Is he getting caught out?
Never
Or
mind.
are they getting caught out,
Once again, just like I mentioned, their team rotations are insane.
Oh, Sion just using his ult to get out of there. Good call out. Good call.
Very smart on his play.
Pumpkin's also got the blue in that fight, by the way. He smited
He smited it, right? He smited it.
So not only did he just lock down the entire enemy team for his team, our bot lane to like roll up, but well played. Just, are you catching him or is he catching you?
And that's the scariest part, because you never know. You actually never know whether or not he's gonna be caught out, because like I said, team rotations. Collab koalas is so fast to respond, and they know when to save the god kids. Or actually, they know when to
Aurora trying to pick up another kill on Gakon here, and as he will pick up a solo kill quite handily. Mages just cannot fight assassins. Man, assassin mid lane meta is here. Like I'm telling you, man. With the new items, assassins are insane. I'm surprised he didn't go for the, what was it called? Man, the new items are so hard to remember off the top of the head. Dark Harvester, I think it's called. Death Harvester. It's like an insane burst item. I'm surprised he didn't go for that mid lane. You see that a lot on like Echo and a lot of the mid lane assassins that go AP.
Right.
And I think Talon and Zed are very much powerful with the Eclipse as well, which is basically just a phase rush on a stat stick. A phase rush that's easier to trigger too, because it's just 2 separate attacks or abilities, so it's absolutely insane.
That's the reason
Jhin
why.
with Kraken Slayer.
Wait, did he really go Kraken Slayer? Oh my
Yes.
God, what?
I am.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't main ADC,
I don't agree with that, honestly.
but
It-
Jin doesn't really consecutively attack the same person, so.
right.
Well, it says every third attack. It doesn't. It's not like a Vayne, Silver Bolt kind of deal. So I'm assuming it's just on his third bullet. He does some true damage, and that's what he's going for. I mean, it might be
Right.
new. Like I don't know what any of the new items like how they interact with the champion. So maybe he wanted it for the attack speed passive for the other legendary items, but he is not gonna be seeing it as the Mumu rolling in
gonna be
here.
crashing in. He's just gonna die then and there. Also, with Tiffany launching the ultimate, getting the bullet time off is not gonna be. Just gonna be standing there, shredding the entire team with Shelly coming in to destroy the entire base. It's gonna be a sub 20-minute game.
Wow, the tempo was just so quick this time around. As the collab
Exactly.
flawless are about to end. Striking
Yep.
down the Nexus here.
They were awake and they showed up and they knew.
Yeah.
They were just like, we're not gonna draw this out, guys. Clean it up.
I expected a lot closer, a closer game there, but dang, what a shutout by collab koalas against GGU.
Yeah, that was,
GGU wasn't even able to get their mythic items for the most part there.
yeah, that was super well. That was crazy. Let me
Yeah.
hook up the next game while you guys go and talk about that one a bit.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
sure.
Yeah, so I do, going back to the whole Kraken Slayer pick on King Nova, like I can see why he wanted to go for that, maybe because he wants to be able to shred through the Godkins and Subliminal, but Jin, just, like you said, does not auto that fast enough in order for it to be procced as much as he wants. I don't know how much damage that technically does. It's not really more so about the attack speed, which will be converted into attack damage for Jin. But
Yeah.
it's
But-
like I said, at this point, you should be going for Immortal Shield Bow if that's the case, right?
He might
For the
might
first.
be onto something though, because every third attack deals an additional 80 plus 30 bonus attack damage. So that means every point of bonus attack damage that Jin gets, the Kraken Slayer's true damage goes up every third hit. So theoretically, if you had a lot of attack damage on Jin and you were allowed to auto attack a third time during a team fight while fully built, you would do a massive chunk of true damage. So maybe like I could see it in the works. These guys are still theory crafting. It's a new season. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt here that maybe it was still in the lab and they just wanted to test it in a live game. And I do respect GGU for coming out here and trying their new spicy builds, and also just playing with a sub in general is very difficult, especially one you haven't practiced with. Drexel's on a completely different team as of last week, so shout out to GGU for doing their best and with what they had and the situation they were put in. But
Yes, I
looks like
have to agree.
Collab Quad was just the better team there that time.
Right. There's a lot of there's they were very much in sync with each other. Always responding to plays as much as they possibly can, and just there's a lot of lane dominance that just went on, especially when it came to Aurora mid lane, right? Being able to take down Gakon. I wouldn't say with ease. He did get some help from Ponkins to get him started, but after he got started, it was just he just knew how to control his lead, and
Yeah.
that's what kind of solidified that lane for himself.
Once that snowball got rolling, there was no stopping it. And I think that's going to be the meta from now on, is you play around your mid lane and your top lane, because the solo lanes are really strong. And once you get them ahead and the enemy behind, they can't get items. This is just an item game now. The more money you have, you're just going to be insane.
I agree. I heavily agree.
I realize that this lobby is blind pick, so we will be getting a remake out of this game. They made it incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no worries. While that happens, we take a look at the standings of the educational side of the group stage. We have 7 teams. The FD, HCA, Flakers leading the pack, undefeated, as well as the Aimless Uprising squad. You know, both teams debut teams and had very surprising performances in their first 2 weeks. So, way to go! As we wait for the invites for the next game. Please report Jasper Green for making a blind pick lobby. Yeah.
Come on, guys! You had time to set up for this. We were streaming the other game.
You know, leave it to the FD guys to be like, hey, by the way, it's blind pick 10 seconds before we start it. Oh.
Okay, so just waiting for the game right now. What's up?
You know, let's take this time to shout out our sponsors, Ken.
Oh, yeah, sure.
There you go.
Shout out to Guam Wood Memorials, Heavy Hitters, Monster Energy, Goodwood Custom Workshop, and Coffee Slut for, you know, providing all the beautiful, beautiful gameplay that you get to see every week on Lottie Esports League. Alan, did you get invited into the lobby?
Not quite yet, sir.
Okay.
I got you.
No, I did. Yeah, and don't forget, everybody, you could be clipping your favorite moments in these games and sending them over to the Lottie Esports channel in the clips section, I believe. Right?
Yeah. Just take clip highlights from the league. We pick winners at random, actually. So our last winners were Subliminal and Maverick or Sean from OHS. So awesome.
So yeah, you guys, free
some
stuff.
prizes, yeah.
Free stuff.
Way to go.
Clip stuff. And get free stuff. Free stuff is so good. Or Ken will eat everything and drink all the coffee.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you know, I can't drink much more coffee, man. I'm trying to not get like, I don't want to stunt my growth, you know. So I'm hoping I get like at least 2 or 4
Still
more
growing.
inches, you know. We'll see.
Still a growing boy. All
Alright.
of us.
These guys are ready to go.
Nice, and this is going to be Leonautics versus FD Flakers, so it's going to be interesting. Leonautics from Mariana's High, from Saipan. How are they going to perform against FD Flakers, who's shown up last week to be a very dominant type of team? It's going to be a sight to see on how they play against that sort of, you know, team of that caliber. So.
All right, we're just waiting for these guys to start the. What are they doing?
They're reorganizing themselves so that they
cool.
get the picks in the correct way.
Oh wow, interesting. Shout out to my boy Suda in the chat, clipping things right away. Love him. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's get this game going.
Go, go, go.
There we go. Finally. Here we go.
Alright, so we got Leonautics versus FD.
Yep. And before we jump in, you know, just to take a look at the MVP of the FD Flakers last week, Joe May Can't Grill. What a character. He had 5 deaths, 4 assists, and I think, you know, his control of the middle part of the map really helped his team ride that upset victory over UOG Triton Esports.
End of the last.
Oh yeah.
Him on his Yone was something that you couldn't. It's something that you really should not take light of.
And Sean, the one playing. Who was he playing? I forgot who he was playing. Vampire guy.
They Vladimir. They out tempoed
Vladimir.
the hell out of UOG that last game. It was nuts.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see more Yone. And it gets banned immediately. Let's go. I guess we're not gonna see the Jomi Yone again.
Shout out to MHS. They know. They're like, yo, no, nah, it's not happening, man.
And
They're watching
also,
the stream.
I'm pretty sure they're watching the stream and they just heard us say like, "Oh yeah, dude, he plays Yone. You know, we gotta
It's
ban
like-
that."
I'd like to assume that they did their homework though. You know,
I know,
in the
I know.
competitive league, you just take away their favorite champions because at least they won't have fun.
Right.
A good call. I like it. I like it. But let's see if everyone's got a champ pool or a champ ocean because you can't ban out
Yeah.
certain players. Yeah, some people have a champ pool, other people have champ ocean, so you can't ban out some of these players. But you can target ban one person, which is my favorite strategy to use in tournament. But it looks like two ADC bans on the side of FD Flakers and a Graves ban.
Right, and it looks like a lot of more so somewhat mid-ish bans. I mean, Seraphine can go mid and also can go in support role, but typically, you know, those are usually mid laners that could be picked up. So
Yeah,
I'm not sure if they're targeting the
the.
yeah, I'm not sure if they're targeting the mid laner of Leonatics, or actually, sorry, they're targeting Jome. Sorry, that's my bad. So that looks like Leonatics is banning out Jome Can Grill, but he may be that one individual who has the, you know, ocean, the champ ocean.
That's a
that
great,
you're
that's a
talking
great
about.
term. I've never heard that. That's great. I like that.
Yeah, I used to scream, "You can't ban me! I got champ ocean, dude. I play everything." So that term was widely used for a while for those players who actually can't be banned out because
So,
they play
and
like
this-
just insane on everything.
Today's the first day we get to see Skyla play. So she's a sub for the FD team from Harvest. So it'll be interesting, yeah.
Okay.
I like
Oh,
the, you
so-
know, I like the female representation in our league.
Yeah, in
Like,
esports,
a lot of
yeah.
teams have at least one
Oh
female
my
player, and it's
God.
awesome.
Leonatics is giving Silas 3 great ultimates here. You see a Silas first pick, the response is not usually to pick Leona Karthus into him because it's like, hey, Silas, take these and just do it better.
Hmm.
That is scary because he already had Malphite mid off the rip, and now he's got Leona and Karthus ult. If Jomi has good mastery over all champions and ultimates, he's gonna make great use of those ultimates. So
Yeah.
that's a bit scary for Leonatics there.
Yeah, I'm really I really want to see how Jome performs on Silas, because you're right. You know, those having all of those ultimates available to him that can do a lot of bursts, but then also has a good amount of utility on the side of at least Malphite and Leona to be able to lock down the entire team, the entire
him an
Leonatics
engage.
team.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's gonna
Little
be
bit
really tough for Leonatics to combat that unless they shut him down early.
But on the flip side, Leonatics has Malphite and Leona and
That's
Karthus. So you know, like it's also scary that they have huge impact ultimates that CC as well, versus such a squishy like Nami Silas, you know, comp so far. So we'll just have to see how it plays out here. Okay, so FD Flaker's taking a page out of my book, just banning the hell out of ADCs. What are you gonna play if there's nothing left? That is what
Right.
they're locking them into.
Right,
As-
and it's
Oh man, they're not expanding a mid laner. They already have Silas though.
yeah, this is the
Kinda
reason why
awkward.
I kind of find it really interesting, because, you know, on their fourth ban for Leonatics, they also banned out Vayne, which I know is going to be able to shred through tanks, but, you know,
Mhm.
at the same time, you are also limiting your ADC as well. So unless your ADC plays a lot of the non-meta right now, which is, if you look in the screen here, everything here is technically played in the meta at this time, but who knows if we're gonna see something that's kind of off meta, or something that we have not seen in a while, right?
It's
Some
a new
picks here.
season. Nothing is
Right.
meta.
That is
You
true.
We do not know what is good anymore. And yeah, they left Jin up, so Jin's huge. Is he just
Jhin
a
is still
utility
there.
ADC? Ezreal is really safe against people with lots of CC and gap closes because you can't output. Oh, MF into
Wow.
Zac and Nami.
Wow.
The Kaniki's on this guy, man. He's got the gabagoo, you know. He's just willing to play an immobile ADC against Zach Silas Nami. I respect it, dude. Oh man, this is spicy.
Dude, this is
This
played
is
from
gonna be
across
really
across the
crazy,
ocean, man. The Saipan.
Like,
Saipan plays.
This
so.
is, if you look at the entire Leonatics team, Jome can steal any of those ultimates and destroy their entire team. It's just it's crazy. He has choices. He has a lot of choices. But as you've mentioned, they do have
But they have
hefty
ults
front line.
too.
They have ults. They
Yeah,
have ults. They have a hefty front line. So it's gonna be tough because on the side of FD Flakers, they're with the exception of Zach, everybody is technically a squishy champion. So we're gonna have to wait and see.
And while we wait, we take a look at the FD Flakers. We're not getting to see Vodka Zingo today, but we do get to see the rest of them. Soft Cookie, Spicy, Jome, and Skyla, of course. And as well as Ocean Can, who, he played exceptional last week as well. So,
Look at those absolute gamers.
look at those poses, man. I love it.
I love how. Who set this up? Was it you?
Yeah.
Because it seems like to be in a similar location and backdrop. I think that's what is that? Two Lovers, right?
Yeah, that's
It's
two
like two
lovers.
lovers point to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to mix it up a bit, but this guy,
I like
I'm
it.
glad that the kids are having fun with it. Trying to show
Yeah.
the personalities a little bit. So, and shout out to
I
Guam
think
Windward
they're good.
Memorial, Heavy Hitters, Monster Energy, Goodwood, and Coffee Stuff for making all of this possible. And don't forget, guys, we still have one more game after this match, and it'll be streamed on the UOG Triton Esports channel. And it's UOG versus Aimless Uprising, and actually that is a game I am really looking forward to. Aimless Uprising, the nice upstart team from GW and JFK. They've been doing some work. So.
They have. Yes, they have. So, looking at the draft right now, Alan, what do you think about this? How do you think this might play out or what is the goal for each team actually? What do you think they're going to be trying to do, especially in the early game?
So bot lane, Leona, MF. It's a classic power couple bot lane. They're super strong early. They've got Leona's lockdown and MF's make it rain, which will proc the sunlight stacks immediately. So even if Leona EQs, both procs will go off the make it rain. So it's notoriously strong. Nami and Ezreal, a little bit more slippery on the slippery sustain, just staying alive kind of side, where they're not gonna play as aggressively, but they are gonna be really good at staying alive because Nami gets movement speed from all her spells, also gives movement speed to anyone she casts her spells on, and Ezreal has Arcane Shift, which is a free flash on E. In the mid lane matchup, we have Twisted Fate into Sylas. TF can maintain his distance against Sylas, and as long as he can do that and keep lane spacing properly and shoving the wave into Sylas properly, he should be able to drop Destiny and roam bot, pick up some free kills on Nami and Ezreal if Leona and Misfortune play correctly. They all have powerful ultimates, very impactful ultimates that we've talked about earlier. Although they all get eaten by Sylas, like Sylas gets to take those, they also have access to them and more frequently. So I want to see Leonatics pull off their team fights properly with the CC that they have from Leona and Malphite, and I'd like to see FD Flakers use Sylas to take the correct ultimate based on situation. So for instance, when Twisted Fate uses his Destiny to go bot lane, Sylas takes it and also goes bot lane. So it's exciting. It's gonna be like really interesting to see how each lane plays out, because top lane is going to be just Kale and Malphite hanging out, handshaking some minions. But when it gets to late game, Kale's going to be a monstrosity. But they do have lockdown to stop it. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's season 11. I can't be sure about anything anymore. But they both have good teams. It could go either way. There's more CC on Leonatics, and I'm a CC fan, so maybe they just like boom boom double ultimate into MF bullet time and everyone dies. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. But they have Kale, who can make you invincible, and then maybe Kale puts it on the Silas, and then Silas steals Malphite all just one shots the enemy team with all the AP. It's very exciting.
Exactly. And also, and don't forget that they do have also the Karthus to finish off anything on the map, the global, right? They do have access to 2 global ultimates for on the side of Leonatics, having the Twisted Fate and also Karthus available. But like you said, if Jome is able to utilize or select the ultimates that he chooses correctly at the time being of the situation, it can turn the tides. And I'm not gonna count out anybody from the side of the FD Flakers because we have yet to see how they're going to perform, what items they're gonna build. It's gonna be a spicy match. I hope it will be not completely one-sided. I want to see a fight, and not just a massacre.
Now we'll just have to see what both teams bring to the table here. As I think FD is undefeated, right, Ken?
Yeah, they're undefeated.
Yeah, they're the team to beat right now.
They
So
are the team to beat.
statistically, they are the scarier team, just by the win ratio. You know, same as sports, we look at the statistics when we make our assessments here. And I just want to see how this plays out. I'd like to see the Silas like make good use of the enemy ultimates, and I'd like to see the Leonatics team make good use of their ultimates in team fight situations. So, as the game rolls out, are we gonna see an invade, or are we gonna see a 5-point defense? Because 5-point defense is so boring. Everyone on Guam should invade. It looks like we're gonna be boring, and we're just gonna stack up and defend.
Right. It's not really a complete 5-point defense.
Yeah.
But it is a defense regardless. That's the whole point. So
Jumps right in, chilling with the boys.
right, a lot of gentlemen communications going down. Good luck, have fun on the side of Leonatics and FD Flakers. Not saying anything. So
You never know, man. In solo queue, you ever type GLHF and then they start invading you? They're used to it. FD Flaker is onto them. So they're
Right.
avoiding the invade by not typing. See, because if you get caught lacking, you gotta stay strapped. You can't get put down on these streets typing GLHF to the enemy team like that. Type it
Fact.
after you win.
Facts. But looks like it's gonna be a interesting start. Opposing jungle starts from each team. Both starting at red on their side of the map. So, not sure if the soft cookie is one to invade. I mean, I don't think he would want to invade Karthus. I mean, he does have the engage, but Karthus is just probably gonna stay completely in the red side to just farm it out and stay as defensive as possible, I'd say.
You know what the Omnivamp with the jungle item changes? I think Karthus is pretty unhealthy when he clears. So yeah, Zac too. Because they took out Hunter's Talisman, they kind of messed up some of the junglers.
That's true.
Yeah,
the one thing that totally freaked me out is the fact that once you smite 5 times, your jungle item completely disappears. And I'm like, wait.
You consume it, and then you get a free smite. So junglers get like a 6th item slot, or they finally get a 5th item slot, because one of them goes to boots, right? So.
Right. And so that's the reason why it just opens up a lot more doors for the junglers, right? It opens up a lot more doors.
More items, more carry potential, definitely. Jomi can't grow. Looking for a bit of an aggressive fight here as a.
Oh, as it looks like jumps right in is gonna be taken away by his blue buff. I mean, he will secure it in his death, but at what cost?
Oh
at what
no!
cost?
You didn't practice your Karthus jungle enough. You didn't. Oh no!
Actually,
Jumped
you know
right
what?
in.
The thing that's so funny is that I did see that in the patch, they did increase the movement speed on the buffs itself, so it's somewhat unkiteable.
Just start running you down, huh?
That's the reason why. And they also on some of the camps they actually increase the damage on
Yes,
some of these camps.
Red buff now has Infinity Edge, is what my friend told me. As it is very difficult for the mages to clear those out with Red buff Infinity Edge. You know, it's like it's a bit scary out here in the jungle. As jumps right in, attempts to secure the top Scuttle Crab, and the soft cookie handshaking it, gonna take the bot Scuttle Crab.
The one thing that is going to be interesting to see is how he's going to be reacting once he sees jumps right in. What? Because I mean, the soft cookie is a little bit ahead right now, but you disgrace me.
Huge trade there by Jomi.
Right, Jomei.
Oh, cannon though. We saw that. Jomi, what are you doing?
Jomei actually doing a lot of damage to you disgrace me, but he definitely did not disgrace us at this time. So he did not get the first blood. It looks like the soft cookie might be going in.
We see a setup for a dive. Back does have Cell Division. Instant flash. Really good reaction there by you disgrace me. Soft cookie gonna be fine. Not gonna have to use his Cell Division this time around. Jomi getting off scot-free, but here comes Karthus, jumps right in. He's catching the soft cookie out of position. Oh, you gotta hit those layways. Okay, he does hit those.
Jomei can still kind of help him right now, but wait, there's
no, he's gotta go.
He has to leave. He has to leave.
Yes, sir. And he will be getting out, but good refrag there by jumps right in. Able to, react to the situation properly and kill the Zac. So it's 1-1, relatively even, which is what I like to see in my games. The Jomi is beginning to grill. Did pick up the first blood, so I mean, technically, Blue Buff picked up the first blood.
That's true. It is.
Or does he get the 400 gold? Or does Blue Buff just get stronger and go back to insta-buy his mythic items? We'll never know. Or her. We don't know if Blue Buff is male or female at this point. But teleport coming out from Ocean Can. Taking really aggressive trades here into JSP Green.
And then
he's just walking up to stop him.
He's not afraid. He can really just start smacking at him because he knew that I'm just gonna say Malphite because I cannot read the name right now.
JSP Green. We'll just call him Green.
Yeah, it looks like Green over there at top just did not have his ultimate available at the time. So, that was a lot of free damage from Ocean Can, just being able to slap him silly as he TP'd in, as he also had his ultimate.
Ocean Can actually bought Berserker's Greaves first item, so he was able to kind of run Malphite down there. That was pretty cool. Jomi, by the way, took TF ultimate away, so he's got that in his back pocket for now. He has hijacked the ultimate, so
yeah,
it's just a matter of time before we see the double Destiny come out on the field.
No, the thing that's gonna be interesting is I wonder who's gonna be the first to initiate it. Yeah. Because Jomei has a lot of pressure in mid, and I know that you disgrace me can easily clear out the waves, but as of right now, he's putting a lot of pressure, trying to push into mid wave. But the only lane he can see him ganking with Destiny right now is top lane. So who knows?
Oh, he does hit those.
Oh, never mind. He doesn't even need
of ducks.
Wait, actually, there's the Destiny.
There's the Destiny. Ganking top lane. He does have unstoppable. He's just gonna get out. Yep. Good call there by JSP Green. The 3-man in gank just not gonna pay off. JSP gets out. Oh, and he's gonna stop Jomi's back. Let's go. Cheese wheel to the face. You back when I say so. You don't back in front of me, boy. Exactly. Get back over there on your tri-bush. So I like to see.
Very great response though. Very great reaction by Jomei. Just knowing that as soon as he killed You Disgrace Me, that was his time to just go for that free Destiny up top, like I said, because he did notice JSP Green being pushed in a little bit for him to gank. So, but good reaction by JSP Green using the ultimate, like you said, and getting out safely.
Yeah, he doesn't have teleport anyway, so I mean, what are you gonna do? Try to kill a Kale with your ult? Yeah, right. That's not gonna happen. She has her ult and is gonna block you. So.
All right.
Oh.
And it's not like he's building a full AP Malphite because you know, he does. Even then, at that point, he didn't have the items to do a full-on burst if he did.
Ooh, Jomi. Yeah, Jomi's just playing so aggressively here in the mid lane, and he disgraced me is actually getting pushed in his TF, which is a little bit difficult for him. As Jomi gets a nice back here, crashing the wave to the tower. He disgraced me, trying to get a cannon freeze off.
Oh wait, but in the bot lane, there's a
shoot.
little bit of something going on.
I missed
and it
out.
looks- Spicy is gonna be taking the kill. It was the solar flare that did him in, locked down Spicy in place for the bullet time for Kaiser Will to come out and just shred him. So
That's odd because Ezreal has flash and did he have arcane shift down at the time?
No.
Because he has flash up. He could have just flashed out of that.
he didn't he I believe it was JHSW who actually activated the solar flare from bush. So
Oh, I
he
see,
didn't
see.
he didn't see it coming. I don't think he saw
Yeah.
it coming.
He got surprised.
Yep, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Gotta work on that reaction time though, because you know you get a couple frames to be fair to flash out of those. But yeah, sometimes catch you with pants down. It has been a very stagnant and boring lane at bot. There wasn't a lot of kills going on, so maybe it just caught him off guard.
Right.
Oh, the
it's,
MF farm difference is nuts though. It's 85 to 50 right now.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
I
Malphite
feel like
actually out CSing the kill by 1, which I thought would not happen since Kale gets range and at level 6 and gets to push Malphite in. But, you know, both top laners playing really well for CS here. I mean, they knew they were gonna handshake, I guess. So they're handshaking to the best of their abilities.
And I think that you know, it's on the fact that Ocean Can is still respecting JSP Green and his all-in potential, but you know, I think that you know he still has the capability of 1v1ing Malphite because he still has the Divine Judgment available for him to respond. So I don't know. Maybe he really is just waiting for a play, waiting for a gank to happen for himself.
I mean, Ocean can just legitimately press R when Malphite presses R, just nullify his kit completely.
Exactly.
And he won't even have to care. So it's just a reaction battle, right?
Right.
Who presses R better?
And at what time? So I think at that point, right? At that point, that's where it kind of shows, like where you know how confident you are in doing so. I mean, we do have lag, we do have ping, so maybe it's just more so on play.
Jomi in the river, taking jumps right in, scuttle crab away.
Oh,
We'll be stealing
looks
away the Leona
Jomi,
ultimate here, but
you're a little bit caught out, buddy. Gonna get locked down by the solar flare and also by the gold card. So
yeah, a lot of I told you, man, a lot of CC. I like comps with CC. They're more likely to win, and Leonatics just has hella CC, so.
Great. Oh, and there might be a fight in the top lane. JSP Green going a little bit heavy on this, but he takes a lot of damage. Ocean Can still has a lot of mana, so he can actually just heal it off. He can shake it off, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, both top laners have teleport, so I think what Malphite is aiming to do at this point is utilize his teleport and ultimate combo somewhere on the map. He's gotta get to and just drop the ult, get some kills for his team, and then resume handshaking minions at top. But oh, he overextends a little bit. No, he uses ultimate on Ocean Can.
Ocean Can.
Double teleport
and there's
coming
a TPs
in.
from mid laners.
Oh, our Arcanthus uses the skill button and outplays.
Oh, and Dominican Girl gonna be able to get a back kill as well, and then you disgrace me. A little bit frisky right here. Dominican Girl gonna be flashing out, but jumps right in to the rescue, trying to get this kill off with Jome. And
meanwhile in the bot lane, fights going on. Leona gonna be taking down Ezreal. Spicy going down, but Leona's also trading her life for that JHSW, trading his life away for Spicy's, as the ADC of Leonatics will survive, which is the ideal situation. However, he did not get the kill. Not very ideal.
one thing that that was quite interesting to see And I kind of can see why he did it. On the side, on You Disgrace Me, you know, if you notice, he did activate the Destiny up in top lane, just to get vision of Jomei in the bushes. But
There was a warded
immediately, yeah, was it warded? Oh, it was warded. Yeah, that was quite interesting. So he
Totally worth the
actually,
fault.
he probably just used it also as well. If you notice, mid turret is already almost down for first brick, so he used Destiny to travel back to the mid lane immediately to try and get all those turret plates as much as he could.
Okay, so maybe that was the gigantic brain 1000 IQ play, was to not for the vision, but to get to mid lane maybe. Maybe it was
Right.
intentional gameplay, but I think he was using it to reveal where Silas was, but and didn't realize there was a ward there. And in the heat of the
Yeah.
moment, you know, he just
I think
triggered it.
actually it's jumped right in. He warded the bush at that time being when he actually activated the Destiny. So who knows? Who knows? But anyways, all I can say is it worked out, right? It worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. It was I mean, it was a good response by him to use Destiny to play and take
Yeah.
all the tower plating away. As first tower could be going down here. You disgrace me. You're walking up to Jomi. Jomi's not
Oh,
afraid to
Jomi.
fight you.
Oh, but then it looks like You Disgrace Me gonna be getting caught out by that
No,
soft
he's
cookie.
fine.
However, not gonna be enough to bounce him back. Not enough distance to bounce him back into Jomei Kankro. So he did use his summoners there. But in the bot lane, once again, it looks like Skyla gonna be taken down by the solar flare. Those are a lot of solar flares that JHSW has hit. And it looks like they're gonna be diving for against Spicy. He does flash out against the Zenith Blade, but doesn't really matter.
Really classic dive pattern there, where the ADC was like just holding back, waiting for Leona to go touch the Ezreal and high five him in the face with her shield. And you know, just really well executed by Leonatics. They're playing very well.
Right?
I like what I see. Yeah, they're managing to catch out Ezreal Nami, which is pretty good. Like, that's not easy to do. I respect it.
And although we do see like Jomei, you know, performing well, quite decently and well in the mid lane, you know, if you look at the other lanes, bot lane on the side of Leonatics has been smashing and dominating, and with Jumps Right In having that access to the global ultimate to secure some kills, his Requiem, I think that it also takes it kind of shows that there's still much more that's going to be going on, along with his responses to all the fights that's been happening.
Itemization wise, by the way, that's a Requiem on top of a Night Harvester. So the Night Harvester is gonna burst you for even more, and it's gonna give him ability haste as he stacks up legendary items. So this might be the Karthus build right here that we're seeing.
I mean, you have Dark Harvest, and you have an item called the Night Harvester. I don't think I can come up with a more brilliant match, right?
He is just farming the enemy team. Interesting arcane shift there by Spicy. Tri-bush to nothing.
Right. I'm pretty inclined to go over the bush itself. But he just messed it up.
The directed cam kind of trolled him there. It's like,
Yep, it did.
it's like, hey, what are you doing over here? Arcane shifting into a wall? That's cool. Let's all watch that.
Wait.
As the soft cookie and Ocean Can trying to take Reptile here, but the entire team. Oh, okay, there he's gonna get the heck out of dodge. As green and.
Oh, but it looks like Spicy. That's not a gold card though.
Woo!
That's the
Did you see
thing.
that? Ocean Can just stole Reptile with Radiant Blast with the Q. That was nuts.
I actually didn't see it because Spicy actually went down, but this looks like it's going to be a team fight. The soft
Bullet
cookie going to
time
be
coming
actually caught out as well. There's the bullet time.
There's the unstoppable by
Ocean
Jomi.
Man, you're going to be living for a little bit. Jomei, he's not even going to be able to do much. He does get the ultimate off, but he's not going to be living. And
Yo,
that's a triple.
Leonatics is about to break the win streak of the FD Flakers here.
Oh my god, this
And the Requiem. Oh, not quite enough. As
Ooh.
Ocean kind of was able to get the heal off. Celestial Blessing just saving his butt
Wow.
right in time.
This is the spicy match that I wanted to see. I'm really satisfied with how this match turned out. I mean, FD Flakers, it has been a very great team, but now we see Leonotics stepping up. You know, just the changing of the tides, right? And as I would like to say, they were a little bit of the underdogs. Leonotics was a little bit of the underdogs because of the dominating performance from FD Flakers last week against UOG. But, you know, Leonotics is also not somebody to take lightly.
Yeah, in terms of playstyle, the FD Flakers did play a much higher pace tempo game last time we saw them play, but this time around, they're playing a little bit slower and more deliberate, and Leonotics is just able to take that aggression, use it against them. So they got all this CC, and they'll just take every fight because they just have more CC and better team fight. Whereas they need to wait. FD Flakers needs to wait for Kale to activate here. As she's going to Nashers into Leeching Leer. Pretty interesting. I guess that's the Hextech Gunblade replacement. Yeah, JHSW has been playing really well too in terms of support. Oh, as I say that, will miss the Zenith Blade.
He misses the Zenith Blade, but it doesn't matter because the Destiny is going to come through by You Disgrace Me, and that is still not a gold card, Reginald.
But it's enough to kill Skyla, so Skyla will be going down.
It didn't necessarily matter. It did not necessarily matter.
Technically, it cost 2 ults, so it wasn't free. But they did kill the support, which means the Vision is also dead.
That is true, that is true. And You Disgrace Me already navigating through their jungle. And it looks like they might be collapsing on Ocean Can if they
they're collapsing.
Wait, actually, it's not Ocean Can. It looks like they're collapsing on the Soft Cookie.
I must say it, man. JSHW is support diffing this game. I respect it. As a support player.
There it is. There's another cutout right here. Ocean Can. Ocean Man, can you get out? No, you can't. Yeah, take me by the hand. But
yeah, they're just like hard roaming on everything. They're going on every fight. They do not care at all.
Right, JHSW missing the Zenith Blade, but you know the gold card is gonna strike Skyla. However, she's just gonna walk out. She's still gonna walk out free because you know that is not enough. He's under the turret. But this dominating performance, I mean, yes, you know, oh wait, here comes a play. It might be a play, a TP play from Jome, going into 3 of the enemy team. However, wait, there's another TP coming through right now, and it's gonna be Ocean Can. They're gonna go for the counter collapse, I'd like to say. I wouldn't even know how that worked out, but it did. And jumps right in. Looks like that's not the place where you want to be right in this time.
Okay, so FD Flaker is taking back a little bit of the tempo there as they played aggressively and were able to push out Leonotics here. You know, trying to take back map control, trying to take back the pressure. But we see Malphite coming in. The bullet time also coming in. Carthus Alt Requiem gonna be killing too.
No, that's not enough people to save with your ultimate. Actually, even Divine Judgment was down. There's the Destiny.
And another kill by Disgrace Me. Oh no.
Kill.
Just as FD Flakers was like switching up the tempo game, Leonotics was like, nah, we ain't having that. We're taking this game all the way. As they pick up their Brittle Dragon.
This is just their second Drake. This is second Drake of the game at 22 minutes. I mean, obviously the priority has not been there in terms of like what those objectives, but they have picked up a lot of the other objectives on the map, such as the turrets. So, but with Leonotics with a 5k gold lead, nearly a 6k gold lead, it's gonna be
10 kills ahead, and they got all the objectives, and they're eating the jungle. Like You Disgrace Me is eating up the jungle camps. Soft Cookie's gonna be running out of farm here. Look at the ward control. Beautiful.
It is.
Brings
it
tear
is.
to my eye.
And it's so interesting because you know these are all ward placements that avoid all of each other's wards.
Yeah. But you know, the wards should be on Baron right now because Baron's up and we already took Dragon. But you know, beggars can't be choosers, and I choose to see the vision that I like to see, as they're clearing all of the vision away.
Right? Oh,
Outside
being
jungle
engaged by
and another
JSP.
cat.
Oh my
Dude.
god, you know the
It's just too much engage. It's just engage city for these guys. Oh, and
Right.
Soft Cookie trying
Soft
to go in.
Cookie getting caught out, even though there was a disengage from the
the
tidal
vision was
wave,
too
not the
good.
tidal wave, but
Woo!
double
Okay.
bubble, and there's Boyle in trouble. Looks like
Oh,
Showman
yeah.
Campbell is gonna be going in with the Malphite ultimate, but he's getting shredded apart by Kaiser Will. Kaiser Will, I don't know. He has been fed out of his mind, and he is slaying the enemy team. But the dive from JHSW might be able. Nope, he's gonna be saved by the heal by Kaiser Will.
Oh my god, Kaiser Will playing out of his mind there. Ran up to the Leona to heal her. Come here! Saved her from Big Knight. That was nuts.
That is nuts,
Wow.
and it's gonna be tough to kill Kaiser Will because one, if you look at his items, he did get the Immortal Shield Bow. He won't be getting blasted away by Silas anytime soon. So, and he's also just heavily fed right now. Look at the difference between Kaiser Will and Spicy. Yikes.
It looks like we're experiencing a little bit of stream lag here. Sorry, guys. Yeah, mythic items then. Kale has not bought hers. She's bought Natchez first, and a Leeching Leer. And neither has Ezreal, because he went Manamura first. No Triforce in sight yet.
Yeah, it looks like he might be starting to build it now. I see the Kindle Gem, I see a Sheen, but and also I see the Phage, so it might be what his build is next. What he's building next.
He's definitely building it. It's just taking too long. Like look how fast Leonatics is. Like just basically trying to close the game out here. They've got all their mythic items. They're locked and loaded, ready to fight. It's just like a stat check, complete stat check.
Right now they're giving the time. They're giving some time for FD Flakers to kind of farm up, but you know, since they have a lot of the map warded, there are a lot of FD Flakers jungle warded, at least in the top side. You know that they can easily catch out anybody because they're all within range to respond. Oh, there it is. This might be it. There's the catch out, like I said, but Soft Cookie not gonna be able to. Gonna be able to get out.
By Ocean as well. The tidal wave able to catch it in 50 black bubble.
Oh,
here comes the
Southside ultimate. Ooh, and bullet time gonna be shredding through the Soft Cookie. He is definitely looking soft right now, but. Oh, Jome not being able to kill Kaiser Will. That's the Immortal Shield Bow coming into play.
Wait, there's more. Ocean Can. Never mind, there's not.
By the hand.
I really believed in Ocean Can's ability, just 1v9 there is kill.
Wait,
Spicy. So much time around.
Yeah.
Man, that was nuts. There's so much. He went from Ocean Man to Ocean Can.
Yeah, I know, and apparently in the chat, it's apparently Ocean can't at this point. So
big memes in the Twitch chat.
However, it looks like they're eyeballing the Drake, which is going to be spawning in about less than 45 seconds at this time. I mean, they were a little bit way too low for the Baron play, so I'm glad they didn't try to greed for that. And also, You Disgrace Me did fall in that fight. He did die in that fight, but now he is up once again. His destiny is down. He still has about 60 seconds. He has 1 minute until that's up. They can technically force this, but they don't know where the other members of the team are until Ocean Can shows himself top, and technically that's free.
Okay, so Kale did pick up the Rift Maker, which is basically like old Gunblade without the active. Just basically gives you Omnivamp, and the longer you stay in combat, the more damage you do.
So is it like a Gunblade? Do you think it's like a Gunblade and a Leandries combined technically?
Because it's damage you do and it's not a burn, so it's not really a Leandri's, but you start doing true damage. And I can
Yeah.
see the philosophy of Kale going Riftmaker.
I
Like,
mean,
all
in
these new items.
combination with like the Nashor's suit though, right? I mean, like you can technically slap it out, but
He's basically trying to do true damage and just slap the hell out of people during fights.
and look at this play right now going on. You know, they
Yeah,
did
we're
activate
trading
the
we're trading Baron for base right now.
right?
Oh, we did get Baron, though.
JSW is gonna be here, gonna be actually activating the solar flare, but not gonna be able to get the TP, stop the TP from Jome can grow. I don't know if that's a worthy trade. They do get it, they do get the Baron, but at what cost? They lose their inhibitor. They do take a little bit of damage from the Nexus turret, and they're just gonna get away with that scot-free. The lanes are quite pushed in.
Yeah, FD Flakers making a Hail Mary there, picking up the Baron. Gotta take those objectives off the map. They did sacrifice a good portion of their base for it though.
Exactly. And this is the reason why I'm saying, you know, at what cost do they have to sacrifice that? Because one, now, I mean, they do have Baron, they can push it out, and stall out also for Inhib to come up, but they need, I think this might be a time for them to make a play. You know, that's the one thing I'm just gonna be waiting and seeing. Otherwise, they just secured the Baron so that they don't get, they don't lose the game immediately.
Well, Ezreal, surprising all of us, did not go for the Triforce. He went for the Divine Sunder.
Oh, what?
Interesting.
Interesting. I mean, he does get some heals.
I don't know, man. I could be wrong. Maybe Triforce is not as good as Divine Sunder. Like, I've seen a lot of people like enjoy using the Divine Sunder, and I think Suda, one of my friends, has been telling me that Divine Sunder might be good on the EC. So,
Well,
okay,
wait, we got the
Jomi
range.
Jomi stole that one. He was holding onto it for a while, so he just
Yeah,
dropped
he
the hammer on them just to use it.
Yeah.
Did like no damage though, unfortunately.
Yeah. And he does still have like a minute until it comes back up. Right now on the side of Leonautic's just playing it safe, not really, just probably waiting to wait out the Baron, and maybe to see if they can get a pick somewhere on the map. However, it is that small time for FD Flakers to start to just farm up and try to get themselves back in the game, not engaging in any fights whatsoever because they do have the Baron. So, gonna be, I think we're just gonna have to wait it out. Either that or somebody's gonna get caught out.
Yeah, it's all a matter of time. They're just kind of stalling with the Baron. They're not really using it to push anywhere.
Exactly. And it's like what I said, you know, they wanted to get the objective off the map because they didn't want to give it away to Leonautic's, but like I said, at what cost? You do stall out the game at the cost of your own base.
They're just trying to kill the ramp. They're trying to get kill the ramp. She's got Rap Cap now, but
Ooh.
it's pretty It's a pretty interesting build, and Ginsu's doesn't work as well on her anymore because it doesn't, unless she goes crit, because the on-hit build for Kale changes significantly due to the items. It's actually the first game I've seen of Kale in the new
Yeah, I have
season.
not. I honestly don't know what the optimal build is. Nobody knows what the optimal build is for Kel just yet, so it's gonna be interesting to see. And it is Soul on the side of Leonautic's. If they do get Soul, that's a lot of that's a huge shield for them to engage upon the FD Flakers. So I think that's also one thing that we're just gonna be waiting for at this time. There is no more. I think they ran out of Baron buff. It's completely gone. So
Soft
this
Cookie
is-
getting a little caught out here, but
Oh,
he's gonna be making
no.
it out with the Elastic Slingshot. Ocean Can stuck in the
Ocean
middle of the
Can.
enemy team, just gonna be going down.
Wow.
And all that
And
farm, all those items, and then he just,
Yeah.
oh man, that's just
And-
so unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, and they are going to be securing the Mountain Drake. The Mountain Soul is available for them. Not at a theater near him, but you know they're going to be really tanky.
Yeah, Ocean Can is the win condition right now as Kale, and he can't be dying like that for free. Because now the team's gonna suffer as a whole because they put all their chips into having Ocean Can pop off with this build. Ocean Can has almost 300 CS.
Right. Oh
And
my
here's
god, and look at the
Eli.
damage from the Requiem from jumps right in. Technically bringing down the enemy bot lane to at least like 25%. I mean, Skyla does have the heals. They're gonna go walk it off, go to base, but that leaves them the opportunity to take mid, but they're not gonna do it. Maybe a miscommunication there, or he just wanted to get some Dark Harvest stacks.
I think he just wanted to test his damage, honestly. I think it's just like a stat check. So that next team fight, he'll know how much damage it does. It's not a bad idea, actually, because he just hit level 16. So just stat check them and get a Dark Harvest stack. Reset your cooldown on Night Harvester.
I mean, it's a nearly a 2-minute cooldown. Should be up before they get into a fight. And even if they do get into a fight, I mean, the only fight they're going to be looking at are picks.
Leonatics is controlling the pace of the game, so I'm pretty sure they can decide when they want to fight. Oh, JSH. The guy with a lot of letters and numbers in his name, going to be catching out Kale. And Kale goes down the win condition. Gone again. You disgrace me on Skyla.
It looks like you are my destiny, but actually, Jome coming in to try and save Skyla, not going to be enough, as Skyla will go down as well, and that is going to be the Baron play, the Baron call by the side of Leonatics.
Kale needs to chill.
Yeah.
She needs to play backline. She needs to let the soft cookie walk up. Ocean cannot be dying. He is the win condition for the team. At this point in the game, Ezreal is out of the game. It's no longer relevant.
Every single time, every single time she loses out, it's always, she doesn't even get a chance to activate Divine Judgment. And you're right, that's one of the things that could really turn the tides for FD Flakers. I'm gonna assume that Jome Can Grow is gonna probably aim for the Malphite or the, for JHSW's ultimate, so that he can engage, along with the soft cookie. But he still like you said, he still needs to be really patient, needs to wait for that engage so that he can start shredding Leonatics.
Okay, so this time around, Ocean Can does have a stopwatch. Has flash, has ultimate, has everything in his disposal to carry this game. All he has to do is not get caught.
Hey, Kaiser Will just gonna be rat-tat-tatting against that soft cookie. And he really is.
Man, they're just getting caught out left and right. They can end. This is definitely an end angle. They no longer have a front line. Meanwhile, Leonatics with a thick Malphite and a super thick Leon can just walk up to these guys. Bullet time going off, taking down Skyla at very low health. Jomi also really low.
And there's the Divine Judgment. Enough to turn it around? No, it's not, because Kaiser Will is just autoing freely. And that's going to be a quadra kill, going all to jumps right in, and that's going to be game. They do have the minions, they do have the Baron, they can push to end. There's no reason to stall this out any further.
End through bot, inhibitor.
This was
you got a kill. Nice.
Looks like he's not gonna
just farm the KDA while you can for the next scorecard.
Gotta pad those stats. And it's gonna go to Leonatics. What a spicy game. Honestly.
I am impressed.
I am really impressed. What an upset. The thing that was interesting, and they did bring it up in chat, Leonatics did lose to UOG last time, but now and it's funny because UOG lost to the FD Flakers So this is the triangle dynamic that we're dealing with. I don't know how this is gonna work out in the next couple of games, but I'm excited to see how it will turn out for the future games.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, that was a dope
Interesting
game.
stuff.
Speaking of the UOG game, it's up next in just a few minutes as Paul and Alan here get situated to jump over to the other channel, and they will be taking on the undefeated Aimless Uprising, which is like GW, JFK, Okuda High School. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
So
Bunch of
we
guys.
are relocating. I gotta get ready for webcam.
Right. Okay. It
Yep.
looks like we will catch you guys over at the Triton Esports side. So thanks for joining us here over at Lighty Esports. So we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Alrighty. This is Administrator signing off. Thanks for having us, Ken.